Find the perimeter of compound shapes. Pause the video and have a go at example 5 and 6 where you've got to find the perimeter of these shapes here in questions 3 and 4. So pause the video and have a go at finding the perimeter there. Okay, what is the perimeter? The perimeter is the total distance around the edge of a shape. So you've got to add up all the lengths. Imagine you're walking around the outside of the shape. Any lines inside the shape are not the perimeter. They may be there for other purposes. So in example 5 and 6, we're going to try and find the perimeter of the shape. So I'm going to be working out here to the left hand side so you can see, but you would do it lower down. So the perimeter is equal to, and to make sure you get all the sides, I'm going to make sure they're all written down first of all. 3, 4, this one isn't written down, 5, 8 and 9. I need to work out this one here before I start. So it's 8 the full way across, it's 3 to here, which must mean that one's 5. So I'm going to mark it on as 5. Then when I find the perimeter, make an indication of where you start at, so you don't include it twice or forget to include one of the distances. I'm starting off with the 3, I add the 4, the 5, the 8, and the 9. And that will give us a perimeter of 34 meters. And then find the perimeter of this shape. Again, to do P equals, we need to make sure we get all the distances before we start. So 4, 4, 5. This one's going to be the same height as this one, so it should be 4. And then we've got 3. This here is the same as this one, so it's 12. The bottom will be the same as the top, which is 3. This one is the same as this one here, so it's 5. This length is the same as this length, so it's also 5. We've got the 5. This one here is the same length as the top, so it should be 4. And I've got all the measurements. These here are not the perimeter, so forget about them. I'm going to start off at this 4 and add them together. So we've got 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 12 plus 3 plus 5. I'm going to give up trying to get that in one line. We've got to add another 5, another 5, a 4, and a 12. Double check, I want to see how many sides there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I stopped in the middle there, taking a new line, so I wanted to make sure I didn't forget something, so you can count the number of sides. If you add those all up, you get 66 meters. Okay, you can pause the video and have a go at example 7, 8, and then also 9. Okay, example 7. A rectangle has an area of 36 and a length of 12. Find its perimeter. Well, the area of a rectangle, the formula for that is the length times the width. The area is 36. The length is 12. So 12 times the width is going to give you 36. So to get the width, we divide both sides by 12. And that gets you the width is 3. So 3 12s are 36. Why did I do that? Well, to find the perimeter of shape, maybe drawing it might help out things here. You've got a shape, the length and the width. The perimeter is adding those 4 sides together. So we need to get the dimensions, which are L and W. So there'll be a 12 for the length and another 12. The width we worked out to be 3, so it'll be a 3 on the left and a 3 on the right. So 12 plus 12 plus 3 plus 3 gives you 30. And the units are centimeters. Example 8. A rectangle has a perimeter of 24 and a length of 8. Find its area. So we know a little bit about the rectangle. We know its length is 8. We don't know its width. But we do know the perimeter is 24. So the perimeter, what's the perimeter of the shape? It's going to be the 8 and the other 8 plus the two widths, the width on the left, the width on the right. We know the perimeter is 24. So we can say perimeter 24 equals 8 plus 8 is 16 and W plus W is 2W. If we take 16 from both sides, that will tell us that the two widths, 2W, is equal to 8. And if 2W is equal to 8, W would be 4. Or in other words, we'd have 4 and 4 is 8, plus 8 is 16, plus 8 is 24, which is the perimeter. So we found the width. Now we can find the area. Area is the length times the width. The length is 8. The width is 4. The area is 8 times 4, which gives you 32 centimeters squared. Number 9. How many squares of length 3 centimeters are required to cover a rectangle measuring 18 centimeters by 12 centimeters? There's two methods you could use for this. I'm going to go through both of them. I'm going to first of all see how many squares would fit along one of the dimensions. So this rectangle is 18 by 12. So 18 is the bigger one, 12 is the shorter one. How many 3 centimeter squares could fit into 12? How many times does 3 fit into 12? The answer to that is 4. If each of those are 3. So if you were laying this out like a tiled floor, you could fit 1, 2, 3, 4 squares that are length 3 into the 12. So 12 divided by 3 gives you 4. How many would you fit this way, vertically? How many times does 18 fit into, how many times does 3 fit into 18? So 18 divided by 3 gives you 6. So it should fit in 6 times. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many squares is that? Well, it's 4 by 6. 4 times 6 is 24. So 24 squares would fit in. Another way to do it is to look at the total area of the whole shape and the area of the square. So a square is 3 by 3. So the area of that square is 9. The area of the rectangle is 18 by 12, which is 216. So how many 9s fit into 216 will tell you how many squares would fit in. So 216 divided by 9 gives you 24. That method is okay, but you need to check sometimes if the number doesn't fit in nice and evenly. Like if this was 13 centimeters, you wouldn't get an extra square in with that 1 centimeter. So the answer would stay the same with this method. With this method, it might give you an overestimate, give you a bigger number than you can actually get.